I was wearing like my pants. I was wearing thermal. Like I didn't have the down jacket on when I got to the finish, but I was like, and my brother in Brazil, he was like, "Isn't this a race in the desert? Like, why are
Yeah.
you?"
He's watching the live stream.
He
Like,
was
what?
watching. He was like, "I don't understand. Why were you wearing that?" It was like it was freaking cold, you know.
Welcome back to the next aid station. I'm your host, Jake Kilgore. Mick Garrison is sick and not co-hosting today, so we've got a one-on-one. It's just me, Manuela Vilaseca, de Spain, via Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure to be here.
I've heard a number of podcasts. I've been following you for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Not too long, but when you met me at the door here, you said you watched the Tahoe documentary.
I did. Yeah, that's my research. Like, I'm coming here to race the Triple Crown. I have no idea of the terrain, and I'm not going to be able to train in a place like Tahoe. So it's like my way of trying to prepare is just, information that I can find online. So I bumped into your documentary. And it was really cool because, there's so much you can take away from just watching a documentary, like terrain and how you felt. Because it's also like, I remember clearly like the climb that you said, the power line climb, and when I hit that part, I was like, oh, this is going to be hard,
It's the second day and it is south facing, sun cooking you. For me, it was like noon.
It was so hot. Yeah.
Hot. Exposed all the way up that thing.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. So you're talking 2025 Triple Crown champ over here.
Yeah.
So the obvious question I have to start with is, how did you break the record by 29 hours? 29 hours in 3 races combined.
Yeah.
Essentially 10 hours per race.
Yeah, I think like for me, and I mentioned this in the other interview that I did, I think the achievement that nobody talks about is that I had to travel overseas 3 times. And when you have to do this once, like if you're traveling, let's say you decide to do the UTMB and you have to travel there, you see the difficulty there is behind just like making it to your flight. Your baggage, making it to the destination, not losing like a connection flight. There's so much stress that just goes around this, and then it's like when you get there, you're beat up, and then you have to juggle this all with work and everything. So for me, it was my biggest challenge, I think, was just, getting at each start line in one piece. And the record, it's something that was never in my mind, and my only goal was, honestly, like I wanted to finish. I didn't know if I could. I thought it was like, my thought was like, how do you do this without getting injured?
Yeah.
Because you're doing 3 big races within 4 months. And that was like my first question and curiosity. And maybe it's what drove me into signing up for this. But then everything that just, making it there, which is an important part. I never bought any ticket in advance. So I just, I first bought my ticket to Tahoe, finished Tahoe. Okay, I'm alive. So let's go to Bigfoot, And then not thinking about Moab and, finish Bigfoot. I'm in one piece. Let's buy the ticket for Moab. And that's how I did it. I think just step by step. Yeah.
Well, we did our research. We ultra sign up stalked you last night.
Okay.
I'm like, I got to look at these.
You know more about me than I do.
Yeah. I'm like, obviously I know she set this massive Triple Crown record, huge feat. But yeah, to your point, almost bigger than the times and podium all 3 races was like, no, I had to travel from Spain 3 different times. So I've traveled to Europe once for a race.
Yeah.
And so I know what you're talking about. I can't imagine doing the race, flying home, trying to get a training block in, and then do it all over again 3 times.
Yeah.
So, but you are coming back to Cocodona. So we're now just a little bit outside of Black Canyon on the Saturday before race day. So today's May 2nd. The race is in 36 hours, about a day and a half. You look freaking fit. So I know you walk, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not standing next to you at the start line.
Am I that intimidating? Because I don't see myself like that at all.
I mean, intimidating, no. You're as friendly and
Yeah.
as kind as they come. But yeah, I mean, clearly you're fit, you're ready to go. But give me a little history on, you're from Brazil, you're Brazilian.
Yeah.
And at some point you moved to Spain. That's where you live full time.
Yeah.
So give me a little story there.
Yeah, so I moved to Spain 10 years ago. I'm Brazilian, but my dad is Spanish. So I always had the opportunity of moving to Europe if I wanted to, because I had the passport. And it was something that was always in my mind. Like, I think one day in my life, I want to, just leave Brazil and try something different. I was talking about this yesterday, and it's kind of like a crazy and scary story, but I don't know, have you ever been to Rio? To Brazil or Rio?
I've been to Rio.
Okay.
I lived in Uruguay for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah.
speak Spanish. I learned a good amount of Portuguese
Yeah.
because I lived up on the border for 6 months.
Okay.
And I could literally walk across the
Yeah.
street into Brazil.
Yeah.
So I learned the Portuñol.
Yeah.
They-
Okay.
They speak a lot of Portuñol. So I learned a lot of Portuguese slang and words and phrases, but I was never like fluent in Portuguese, but
Yeah.
fluent in Spanish.
So yeah, you've been to Rio. It's like
Yeah.
this huge, massive city.
Yeah.
Has all the problems a big city has, and to me, like the biggest problem is violence.
Yeah.
And I've always liked, and I feel myself like I've always been very independent. And if I go running, I'm on my own, and I'm not afraid of just hitting a trail and going on a long run on my own. But then it got to a point where it was like dangerous, and what I felt is like, so I lived my entire life in Brazil, and I moved 10 years ago to Spain, and nothing happened to me ever, but things were happening very close to me, and somehow I thought like I had this. I thought this is a warning, something is gonna happen because it's too close. It's like
The crime was
Yeah.
getting too close or
Yeah.
escalating in Rio.
For example, like one of the things I was mentioning to friends, and we've been talking about, because they ask me sometimes, is like, so when I prepared, I live in Spain now, and if I'm preparing for a long run, I worry about my nutrition and what I'm gonna take. It's like I worry about taking a space blanket with me, because I know that I can have problems in the mountains if the weather can change suddenly, things that I didn't have to deal with in Rio. But when I was preparing my pack in Rio, it was like, I need to have money in case someone points a gun to my head, and I have something to give them, or else they will kill me. Like, this is the reality, and it's like, not that everybody's thinking about that, but because things were happening closer and closer, I was worrying about things that I realized is like, it's not normal to live like that. It's like, and then I have always traveled because thankfully, I've been in sports for many years, and I realized like not everybody lives like that. And I love living in Rio, and I love everything about Rio, but then if it gets to a point where you're just concerned if you're going to get back home or if you're going to die, if someone is good, because life doesn't really have value for people who are just, they don't have an opportunity in life. So maybe like I need to steal your bike in order to be able to eat. And if that means like just using a knife to cut you open, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And things like that were happening close. And in the last episode, which was something I talked about, I love downhill bike, and I had friends who had a shop, and I was like, there aren't many girls doing that, so I was always with them, and we used to ride like super early so that we wouldn't see anybody on the trails. And we were doing laps on this downhill trail. And we were about to leave, so this other friend was coming up, and he was like, "Oh, come on, just do one lap with me before you leave." And I was always up for it, I was like, "Hey," but then I was about to stay with him, and then I realized, no, I came with you guys, and I'm going back with you guys.
Yeah.
And we went down, and so he went up on his own. Turns out there were thieves hidden. They caught him, and the first thing they asked is like, "Where's the girl?"
They've been watching you go
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah, they were there. And
Oh
they
my
were
gosh.
watching us. And I think they were just waiting for the opportunity. Maybe they came when we were doing our last lap and they
Yeah.
were like, okay, they're going to come up again or whatever. So they captured him. They took him to this place where it was like kind of like a cliff. They said, we're going to shoot you. He said he was about to jump off the cliff because he was, I'm going to die anyways. And can you imagine this?
Oh,
It's like
just one guy.
they ended up capturing like a guy who was walking, and they had like him and this other guy, and I think maybe another person. I don't know how. Like, I think then they got to a point where they said, you stay there, you don't move, we're leaving, we're taking your bike, we're taking this and that, and don't move. Next day I met him and he told me the story. And it was like, come on. You know, it's like
That was the straw that broke the camel's back. You're
think-
like, I can't do this.
I was already like,
Yeah.
and I think at that point I had already like made the decision that I was gonna move. I had like prior to that I had met my partner in the UTMB race, and we talked about, you know, me, and actually it was like when I met him, I was already saying like I'm moving, you know, I'm not staying in Brazil, because I had that was very, it was like everything was saying just like go.
And what was his response? I'll go with you.
No,
I'm not going,
it
I'm
was
staying.
like he actually, like when we met, he was like, okay, there's we like each other, and you know, it's all, we are kind of like a match, but you live in Brazil. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to live in Brazil anymore. And that was very clear to me. If I hadn't met him, I would have moved anyways.
You met him in Brazil. He's
I
Brazil.
met him in Spain.
Oh, so you met him over there.
Yeah,
and
I
see.
met him in the start of the UTMB.
At the start line?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That's
The
another
full
podcast.
No, it's not. We got all morning. Wait. Who is this?
Okay, his name is Gerard.
Gerard what?
Morales.
Morales?
Morales, yeah.
Morales.
Yeah.
And
He's,
Gerard Morales.
He's Catalan. Yeah, he lives.
Oh, he's
in
Catalan.
Yeah, he's Catalan.
Which is like the island of Spain.
It's Spain, but if I say this in Spain, that Catalonia is Spain, they will kill me.
The Castellanos.
Because there's like this whole independent, they want the independence from Spain. They say that they aren't Spanish. And
That's like, another podcast.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, I moved also from Brazil because I hate politics and I hate dealing with that. It's like, I don't want to, you know.
My girl. Yes.
I don't want to deal with that. And it's like, okay, if you want me to say Catalonia is not Spain, I'll say it. I'm fine. But
I don't believe it, but I'll say it.
I speak Catalan, so that's my current language. Like, that's how I communicate every day. I learned.
Is
Catalan.
it a dialect of Spanish?
It's completely different. It's very, very different. It's like similar to French. It's like kind of like French and Italian, and
not as much Spanish.
No. It's different.
So you speak Catalan, Portuguesa,
Portuguese, Spanish, and English. Yeah.
Not French.
I learned French. I learned French.
It's so
in school.
similar to all of those. And Italian,
I could speak French
you get around.
until I learned Catalan. And then it ruined my because it's so similar. Every time I try to speak French, I start speaking Catalan.
Okay.
So yeah. So going back to
you
the story,
found your match at the start line of UTMB.
Yeah. Actually, like, we met because my cousin knew him, and before the race, I was spending like 3 months in Europe.
Yeah.
In Spain, in Catalonia, with my cousins, and they were like, "Oh, you need to meet this guy because he also runs." And you know, when you go like, "Oh yeah," but you never.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was like, "Oh yeah," but then I never made the move of like, "Oh, that guy you said I was."
Yeah.
You kind of like, oh, you said, yeah, it would be nice to meet him, but I didn't even think about it anymore. And I think he knew, like, because, you know, we were connected by our cousin, and he knew that I was coming. So actually when we were in the start line, he was ahead of me, and he looked back, and he was like, and I was like, I'm like,
You're
this
looking at
guy,
me?
is he? And I look back, it's like,
He's
I
like,
don't
what's your
think
phone?
he's
What's your
looking at
phone
me.
number? Before you get too tired, what's your phone number?
I'm like, and then I realized because she told me like he ran for buff, and he was
Oh.
wearing a buff, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that's the guy, and I just hey, yeah, and that was like 2 minutes before the start. It was just like hi.
What year was that?
It was 2015.
Oh yeah, so 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And did you beat him?
No. He did a pretty good. Like he hates the UTMB. He has like this hate relationship with the UTMB. I think he had tried it like 3 times already and DNF'd the 3. And that day he finished.
Oh well.
So and I think he was like.
I give you the
20th.
credit.
Yeah.
I give you you inspired him. He's like, I can't. If I'm gonna go after this girl, I can't drop out.
He told me he was there when I finished, but I didn't see him. Like we connected after the race, and and then that's how we met. But I mean, my decision was pretty. Like I knew that, and I was looking for places to go. You know, okay, how much would be the rent? What could I do? And maybe just try to come and stay 6 months or 3 months and see how life is in Spain, Catalonia.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. We don't want the Spaniards coming after the next aid
because I
station.
had family there, so it was like, okay, you know, if you move, maybe move somewhere where at least you have something.
Yeah.
Because I'm very connected to my family, and that's the hardest choice I made, is like moving away from my family.
Yeah, but at least you have some in Spain.
I
Catalonia.
do, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, and your friends, because you've been in Brazil, and you know Brazilians are just like friendly.
Brazilians are amazing people.
I think so too. I think that's what I missed the most about Brazil, is like the people, the culture, how you can connect with people so easily. Whereas I've been living there for 10 years, and it's like I don't have a friend. It's like my friends are my students.
You spend too much time teaching your students and in the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
the
just
mountains are your friend.
Like in Brazil, you're friends with everybody. Like I go back there and it's like a million people. It's like, oh, I want to see you, and yeah. But anyways, it's like I've been in Brazil. So 3 weeks ago I was in Rio, and it's like I don't know if I can live here anymore.
What's the ultra running community like in Rio?
It's huge now.
Really?
It's huge.
Are there UTMB races?
Yeah, there is.
Because they're everywhere. I didn't know.
Yeah, there's a race in a place called Paraty. I don't know if you've been there.
Mm-mm.
It's like 2 hours away from Rio to the south, like towards São Paulo. It's a beautiful, like, historic place, and mountains and super wild.
And it's like 100K, 50K.
They have, I think 100K is the long one.
Yeah.
I don't think they have 100 miles, but they have races everywhere. Like you can race Brazil is like anywhere you go. When I left, it wasn't that big, so I was like, you know, in a moment where I got the chance to perform well, because like especially women, weren't that many women racing at that time.
Yeah.
Now I think, you know, I think like Brazilians are the women category in Brazil is much better than the men's. Like that, at least when I moved, there were stronger women than strong men. Like,
So, tell me about the relationship with Mount to Coast, when that started, and how that's going.
Yeah, so I started. It all came because of the Triple Crown. Tailwind is my sponsor, and after I raced Cocodona 2024. I wanted to try, like, okay, what's the next step, or what can I do that will challenge me like Cocodona did, and keep challenging myself. And it's like, oh, I heard about this thing that's called the Triple Crown. Super scary. I don't think I can do it. So that's my motivation. Like I feel like I need kind of like that fuel for me, is like going over this barrier of I know this and I don't know that. So that's something that attracts me. The fact that I think that I can't do it is also something that is like, can I prove myself wrong?
Challenge.
Yeah. It's like now I don't think I can do the Triple Crown. So let me see if I can. Yeah, let me allow myself this opportunity to try this different thing. And then Tailwind was a sponsor. They got me registered for the Triple Crown.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, I can't afford to travel 3 times to the US in 4 months and, leave everything. And how am I going to do that?
And let me cut you off. Your students, is it yoga? What do you teach?
Like I have this studio where I do like yoga classes, mobility,
Okay.
HIIT,
Yeah.
like everything,
I
strength,
couldn't-
yoga.
I thought it was HIIT or yoga.
Yeah,
It
HIIT.
sounds like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So it's just strength, mobility,
Yeah,
yoga, flexibility.
circuit, workout, agility thing.
And you teach all the classes.
It's me.
It's
The
your
business
business.
is me. So I'm not there, I have a problem. It's like, because it's all me.
They're like, hurry back.
Yeah.
We want to have a Monday morning class, so
Yeah,
hurry and run Cocodona.
Yeah.
Okay, and fly back.
They understand and they are happy
Yeah.
that I'm here and they motivate me to do it. But that's a struggle for me. Like
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm not there. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so then you ended up working things out. Did you work things out with Mount to Coast before the Triple Crown
Yeah,
to help
yeah. So-
cover flights and help support you?
Yeah, so I was recording this podcast and I mentioned that I had the registration for the Triple Crown, but that I couldn't afford it. And that if I didn't get a sponsor, I wouldn't do it because I couldn't do it. And this person who is responsible for Mount to Coast in Europe heard the podcast and reached out to me and said, we're interested. Like,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, because Mount to Coast is developing shoes for like very, very, very long distances, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a fit. Like you're gonna test, and it's an opportunity. I think it's like we both win because if I'm and the case was that I was wearing like prototypes on the Triple Crown, and then I can have like very valuable feedback
Oh, yeah.
because it's like I'm putting, and I want to test this shoe, and I felt like I had the opportunity of race with shoes that were already produced, but I'm like, no, I want to use the prototype
Yeah.
because that's like where I feel like I can be more useful for
Valuable.
the brand. Yeah.
Well, and it's 3 200 milers, but it's also those 3 courses couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
They're so you got Tahoe single track nearly the entire thing, and it's high range mountainous, but Bigfoot is so rugged
Yeah.
and remote.
Yeah.
And then of course you get the desert and the Red Rock at Moab, so that gives like almost every terrain possible.
Yeah.
Feedback to
and
Mount
they
Coast.
were developing the shoes along the way, which was super cool.
Yeah.
That I was able to run Bigfoot and say, I want to run with the same shoe, but I need some changes. And they can customize that for you, which is like, I've never had that before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I graduated as a designer. I'm a product designer. So I have the designer's view of a product as well. And I'm like, could you change this or that? Here you go. You got like your shoe, which is amazing.
So cool. Well,
cool.
Congratulations on that. I have
you.
heard nothing but unbelievable shoes about the Mount to Coast product and the people. I love what they've done in the last like 18 months in the multi-day space,
Yeah.
in the 200-mile, 300-mile. They're just who they're supporting and how they're showing up online and in socials, and I think they're making a big move intentionally in that space. I think it's so cool. So you came to the door all geared up in your Mount to Coast, and having them support you here is awesome. But also to help you carry out your dream and your mission of like doing some of these bigger races in the States and flying over here. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Let's talk Cocodona for a little bit, since
Okay.
we are both here for the greatest race on American soil, if
Yeah.
it's my opinion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You did it in 2024 and you took second or third? Second to Rachel. And last year you focused on Triple Crown and you're like, I want to go back to, why did you like, I want to go back and do that again?
Yeah.
What's the drive?
There is like a gap there that I didn't talk about, which is after Cocodona in 2024, I signed up for Tour de Géants.
Oh yeah.
I
Big
got
boy.
in, big one. And before Cocodona 2024, I got injured. I couldn't run in my training. I was just cross-training. I cross-trained my way into the start line.
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't going to finish because it was like, you haven't run. And I did well.
Yeah.
I think like it was first time doing that, and I think I did a pretty decent race.
Very well, yeah.
And so I had Tour de Gens after that, but then my injury was like screaming after Cocodona, so I had to get surgery. And when I got surgery, it was a knee meniscus surgery. I removed Tour de Gens out of my head. It was like, I'm not going to Tour de Gens, and it's fine. I already did Cocodona. And the doctor planted this seed in my head, which was, you can run Tour de Gens. It's like, come on. 6 weeks later. Yeah, exactly. it was like, okay, then I go back to the mindset of okay, so he's saying that I can do it. I got the surgery, but then I was in this spiral, which I was in pain. And clearly, I shouldn't have run, and I shouldn't have, but because he said you can do it, it's crazy how we and I think that's such a learning for me. Like, no professional, not even the best in the world, is better than your body. Like, your body is telling you you can't run. Because I ran 20K and I was in pain. How are you going to run 330K in the mountains with this massive amount of elevation?
Like 30,000 feet, kilometers of vert.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right?
It's like, yeah, you're it's basically like climbing and descending all the time. Mm-hmm. And I decided to listen to what the doctor said, which was my biggest mistake. I should have just, focus on rehab. Don't think about running. Finish your season. Next year, you go back and you do the Triple Crown, because I had that. And I decided that I wanted to do Tour de Gens. My knee kind of like it handled the race, and I was helicoptered out of the race when I was like 260K in. Not because of my knee, but because of some breathing issues that we got horrible weather for the race. It was snowy and raining all the time, miserable, high. All the combination of like your worst nightmare happened in that race. And it got to a point where when I got to this refugio, I was like, and the doctor said, you're out. It's like, this is not your decision anymore. Mm-hmm. Helicopters coming, just go out and to the hospital. So yeah, going back to your question, because I got like totally lost in there, but that was like, when I didn't finish Tour de Gens, I was like, I have to go back. This is my ego speaking, whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that I have to go back. So I signed up for Tour de Gens. And that's September. It's like, how can I have this big of a gap from Triple Crown to Tour de Gens? I need
a full year later, basically.
Yeah, I need to do something before. And time-wise and like...
this is just something small.
Cocodona. So Cocodona came up again. I was scared to come back because I think I did, like, this year is so funny because I'm going back to 2 races. Mm-hmm. One, I was successful. The other one, I failed. I'm scared of going back to both. Why? Because one, I was successful, and the other one, because I failed. So that's like, kind of like it was my fear of going back to Cocodona. It was like, you already did it, and you did it well. Why are you going back? Part of me says, like, I always go into things without expectations, and I think that's kind of like my mindset. But I know that I can make my race a lot worse, but I know that I also have the ability to improve my race. Like, I have the ability to improve what I did because I learned so much, and I'm back here. And I didn't run when I trained for Cocodona. Maybe that was like a good thing for me. Maybe, like, I ran... Not that I ran crazy, like I don't. Like, I don't do 100-mile weeks. I don't run back-to-back days. I'm pretty, like, easy in the running as I prepare for something like that. I believe a lot in just being active and being strong. Like, you need to be strong from head to toes and just be able to solve problems. Your mind has to be strong. And I believe a lot more in that than just like running.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think in a multi-day race, yes, you have to be a great runner to win and compete
Yeah.
for podiums in today's 200 milers,
Yeah.
right? But I would, if I had to choose one over the other,
Yeah.
I think body strength and
Yeah.
mind strength, those two, if you had to pick,
Yeah.
might outbeat the runner who is not as strong
Yeah.
or not as strong in the mind. So I think that's probably why you've done so well.
And
Like you're
I
strong.
think like with what I have is like I don't have the option of running that much. I
Right.
don't, because of
Right.
my age,
Yep.
because of like I've had surgery, because I don't have time.
Yeah, cross training.
I'm working.
Yeah, mobility,
I can't.
strength. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I have. And
Yeah.
you could tell me like, oh, you have the option of running more, and I could try, but I prove myself.
Everyone
Like,
does
I
what
think-
works for them, right? And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to get to the start line, we have found it's hard just to get to the start
Yeah.
line healthy.
You need to celebrate that.
You got to get to the start line healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what for you for 2026 Cocodona, starting on Monday? How are you going to define, like, how would you define the race a success come Wednesday, Thursday, whenever you finish? What's a successful race for you?
I think like in the back of my mind, even though I don't want to really have like time goals and everything, but of course I would love to improve my time. And I think I know where I wasted time and where I wasn't very efficient. I know that I can do that. So that's certainly a goal. I can't improve my position in the race because that would mean win the race, and I'm not going to win the race. I know I'm not. But I think it's just like walk out of here happy with what I did. Probably I would like to believe more in myself because I don't. I tend to not. And I usually, like, I think I had opportunities to go for it in my big races, and I didn't because I didn't believe enough. And people sometimes are telling me, like, just go, she's there. And I'm like, oh no, but she's too good. Like, I can never beat her.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's why we got to get you a crew. We got to get you pacers. We got to get people in your ear because it's just you
Yeah.
for the next 3-4 days.
Yeah. I actually, like, I told the guys of Distance to Empty to write on that board at Mingus, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to tell myself.
And it's just you.
Yeah, I
for
know.
3-4 days.
I know.
What are you
Yeah.
shooting for? Like 70 hours? 72?
I did 78 hours last time, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
so better than that.
If I can do better than that, I would be super happy.
And the course
But
from
most
2
of
years
all,
ago.
like, I want to be happy, like, with all of it, not just the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Not having the feeling that you screwed it up and you improved your time. No, I was able to correct my mistakes. I know some mistakes I did. For example, from Fane Ranch to Mingus, I didn't eat or drink anything. When I was climbing Mingus, I was done. And I was so in my head because that was so boring. And I think I wanted to get over that.
The
And
climb
I
was boring?
No, the flat section near the road.
yeah,
that takes you to
Yeah.
Mingus. And I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, is that where I'm going? It's
Yeah.
like, this is going to take forever.
That parallel trail with
Yeah.
the fence and the
And
road.
you can't really run there. I decided not to because when I tried to run, I felt I was wasting a lot of energy
Yeah.
to go at the same speed.
I've heard a lot of people say that about
And
that section.
I just said,
It's like mile
don't run.
95. And it's
actually,
flat, but it's not.
You hit the
Yeah.
100-mile mark when you're on that because I remember, like, I had a GoPro and I was
Yeah.
So it's like mentally very tough,
Yeah.
because it's long and you need to kind of like
And
somehow,
dark. Like
yeah,
we're going to be there at night.
yeah. I was there in the morning. It was pretty hot. Like it beat.
You were?
Yeah. I slept a little bit before. I didn't need that sleep, but it was something like in my head. It was like, oh, you need to sleep. And I stopped and I slept a little bit. And then that section hit me like,
Interesting.
when it was really hot. Now, if I have to change something, I will say I won't sleep. Like I will try to do that part when it's not that hot. I will focus on eating,
Yeah.
drinking.
See, I think I'd like to be doing that section at, 2 a.m. or something like that, or 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. or
So how many hours are you doing? Like, cause that was in the morning for me.
yeah. I mean, I'd like to get to Mingus around somewhere between 25, 26 hours. That was like
What's your like
total time.
Yeah.
I'd like to be under 70.
Okay.
72. But I have no idea. I've never done this.
Yeah,
I've never done 250 miles.
No, but there's something like you can shoot for, and
Yeah.
clearly you have no.
So yeah,
control,
I'm shooting for sub 3 days.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's the goal. So
That's great. Yeah.
So
'Cause then,
yeah, based on my chart, which I'm sure is great, sitting here on the couch.
Okay.
Indoors.
You're very organized.
with the
I don't
AC.
have that.
Well, I got a crew, I gotta.
Yeah.
But this doesn't mean anything when the gun goes off.
Oh yeah.
It's great right
it's
now.
just like the drop eggs. Like I prepared them. Like why am I doing this? I'm not gonna eat any of this.
Yeah, this means nothing 3 days from now. But yeah, this has me at Crown King at 2:00.
Cool. Yeah.
Mingus at 6 a.m. But I have no idea. I don't know.
But that's part of the game. Like who knows?
You got to make an
Do you
estimate.
think, like even the best ones, do you think they actually know? They don't.
No, I think
They-
a lot of them do this, and they have. I mean, I have like an A, B, C goal. Like if everything goes well and everything clicks, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's an if.
And then you
there.
get punched in the face.
There's an if.
You gotta-
The problem is that you're imagining a situation that you don't know. So, do you think Courtney last year, like, do you think she knew? She had like a plan, but
Sure.
then things happen, and I think that's for everybody. I mean, you can even be the best, and I don't know. I imagine Courtney coming into this again. She knows that if she does and if it's gonna happen, but maybe you never know.
Anything can
And
happen over
that's-
3 days.
And isn't that the best part?
It is.
Because you don't know.
I love
Like-
I love the multi-day. I love the strategy and the
Yeah.
build out and the plan, knowing it's not gonna be that,
Yeah.
and then I get to troubleshoot on the fly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. It's a lot about. For me, it's like running a business.
Yeah.
And the economy changes,
Yeah.
and maybe your product or your service, your offering changes.
And that's what you take home in the end.
And you gotta change it
that's,
all.
That's what you bring home. That like this is Jake before Cocodona, and then there will be Jake after Cocodona with a lot more knowledge. And regardless of how the outcome of your race,
Yeah.
I always say like, okay, I want to improve on my mistakes, and open space for making more mistakes.
Yeah.
Because that's when you grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do you want who's kidding me? Like, do I think that I'm able to do Cocodona without making mistakes? No. I know I'm gonna make mistakes. But then hopefully there are new mistakes so that I learn more.
Yeah.
And I'm able to correct my old mistakes. And that's what makes me like my evolved self at the finish line of Cocodona, right?
Yeah.
And things that I bring to my life and that I can use them in my everyday life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let me bring it back to Mount to Coast, because your shoes
Mm-hmm.
have not even seen an ounce of dirt.
Yeah.
Are you starting the race in that exact shoe?
No. So
M1?
yeah, this is the M1. This is like already the final. It's not the prototype. If you see the prototype, it has nothing to do. Not nothing to do, but it's very, very different. This
Yeah.
is like the final version of the M1. I got an M1. It was shipped to my house, but because like production and everything, like Mount to Coast, even though like it's massive, it's also small, and they
Yeah.
are,
They're trying to break in still, right?
exactly. It's a huge, like I think it's a process that takes a long time, and I think that in a short amount of time they were able to do a lot, but still, like, so when I needed the shoe, I didn't have my exact size. It was my size is an 8.5, and they
Okay.
shipped me a 9. But because I use inserts after I got surgery, and I got that, and that helped me, the 9 is fine. But then today, when I got to the Airbnb, they go like, there's an 8.5, just in case you want. And I'm like,
Oh.
okay, cool. So I'm just gonna put it on, and just use it now, and I'll probably start in the 9, which is the shoe that I used and I trained in. I'm not a person who's really like, I didn't change shoes ever.
That's
like,
what I was
start
telling.
and I finish.
That's what I was telling these guys the last couple of days. I'm like, I did that a little too much at Tahoe. I kind of like micro strategize. I'm like, I want to make less decisions.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm going to start in this shoe, and I'm going to try to just run the whole race in it, unless I'm having a foot problem or I need to change.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know. People will bring like 3, 4, 5 pairs. Like, I'm going to run this shoe for that section, this one for that. And I'm like, I don't think it's that complicated.
I think and that's my philosophy for racing and for life.
Yeah.
Simplify. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Don't complicate things.
Yeah.
And coming here and saying, I don't have pacers, I'm just making my life simple.
Yeah, you are.
Because sometimes, and I feel, and it's, don't get me wrong, it's like, it's not that I don't like having it, because sometimes people don't understand. It's like, you don't want a pacer, so you don't want me to go with you. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with you. This is just like me, and
it's
how
not you,
I
it's
handle.
me. Yeah,
It's not you, it's me. And also with the crew, I feel that when you, and I need crew, like, at some points, but I feel that if I don't have crew all the time, it's good for me, because I don't waste like unnecessary time. Sometimes you're just, because you're seeing someone and you've been on your own for so long, and it's like, oh, it's kind of comforting to just be around people, and people that you know. So you tend to just stay there. And like in Bigfoot, I had Ben from Mount to Coast. He was awesome, and he helped me so much, but he couldn't be in the all the aid stations, because you have to drive. Like, he had to drive 3 hours to see me, like 5 minutes. So no point. And I had dropbacks everywhere, and I said, just go where you can go, and where you can't, I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's how we handled the race. And Bigfoot, to me, was like my best race.
Well, and that is like an impossible race to crew.
Impossible.
Like, you got to drive 6 hours to the next spot.
But I was totally fine on my own. And actually, I think like, not on my own, because he was at some points, and he was like crucial where he was. But if he told me like, I'll see you at the next aid station, I got there, he wasn't there, I just went in and out.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
I feel a sense of when my crew is there, and I know how long they took to drive there, or how long they have been waiting for me because I'm running behind.
Yeah.
I feel a sense of like,
you feel bad.
I kind of need to hang out and hang out with you guys, because I know how much you have put into supporting me.
Yeah.
And so if I just come in and grab my bottle and leave,
yeah.
I almost have a guilt. But I think we kind of gotta get over that, right? Like,
yeah, I don't think you should like worry about that, because if these people
like,
are
I'm
there
racing,
for you,
right?
they are there to support you in whatever makes your race better. And if that means spending little time with them, that's fine. I don't think you should feel guilty about that. But going back to the point, I think that simplifying things is good.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't like to complicate things too much, and I'm not a person who needs a lot in a race. I'm not, I want to eat this special thing. No, just get to the aid station. What do you have? So I feel like eating, I don't know, this or that, and try to make it simple. In the end, it's just running.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You get your calories, get your carbs. For me, I hit Re-Lyte and Rockstar.
Yeah.
At every like crewable aid station, because they'll bring it. They'll give me a Rockstar, and then I do it. So I'll show you these. They made these packets probably in the last couple of years, but I used to only have Re-Lyte at the crewable aid stations because it was just came in a scoop. So they would.
Oh, okay.
I'd put it in a baggie, and it would kind of get
But
messy.
then, yeah.
So then I'd have my crew just like in that little container right there.
Yeah.
Just do a scoop, put it in like a mug,
Yeah.
water, and stir it.
Yeah.
I'd just kind of slam that down, which gives me all the sodium, potassium, all my salts, and rehydration. And then I'd have Rockstar for caffeine and whatever.
Yeah.
But once I started making these,
These are great.
now I
Yeah.
run with these.
Yeah,
So I'll
yeah.
put a couple of these in my pack. So like between this like mile 7 and Crown King, that 25-mile section that we have to like get through the heat.
Yeah.
I'll just dump one of these. I'll drink my flask.
Yeah.
Let's say it's full of NAC or Precision or whatever. When it's emptied, then I dump one of these in it.
Yeah.
And then when I hit the water station, I'll fill it up with water.
Yeah.
So now I have 500 milliliters of water, but then I have all my salts in the heat.
Yeah.
So these guys, Re-Lyte, have been like, they've been a part of my running routine for probably 3 years. And my racing routine, like bonking, helping with like cramping.
Cramping. I think,
It's
this
huge.
is like
Keeps
the
my
magic.
stomach right.
Yeah, for cramping.
Yep.
Because if you start noticing you're gonna cramp once you and
Just
this
slam
is like
one of these.
so and it's so lightweight. I think that's the best part is that we worry about the weight because it's true.
This
that
is
section
nothing.
you're carrying so much water.
So much water.
That you don't want to have like all the heavy stuff that you're adding to that. So I think this is like a really good like fast, problem solving option that of course you can have that throughout the entire race, but I think especially at this part because once we start getting near Flagstaff, I don't know if you're thinking about like how cold you can feel when you get to Flagstaff.
I looked it up this morning and I was like,
it's super cold.
Flagstaff has a low right now of like either Wednesday or Thursday of 31.
Yeah.
But that's got to be
that's
downtown.
Down there. And then Eldon.
20 degrees?
Yeah. I was, so
Holy
I have
crap.
this video of me
I don't think I've ever raced in that cold before.
I was wearing a down jacket on that. Like I never.
And we got to go 25 miles by ourselves.
Yeah.
But I hope to be there in the dark.
You probably, that's the thing.
Because then I got to go coat, gloves, beanie.
Yeah. Everything on. I had like everything on. All my, and down jacket and stuff. And actually like that year when I got to Walnut Canyon, which was the last crewable aid station, I was like falling apart. I needed to sleep. The race was, so my crew told me like Rachel is X hours ahead. I wasn't going to catch her.
Yeah.
Third place was sleeping at the aid station like 10 miles behind. It's like nothing's going to change in my race. I went like, I don't want to climb Eldon at night. I'm just going to
Because of the cold?
Yeah.
Now, 24, did you climb up the switchbacks and down the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this year you get to go the other way.
The other way. Yeah. And I was like, that was a decision I made was totally based on, I don't want to feel like.
If I'm not going to lose position, who cares?
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about, I want to finish in X hours. I was just like, it's fine. If I can hold on to second place,
how long did you sleep there?
I slept like an hour and a half.
Great.
Which is a lot.
Great. That's a ton.
It's a ton.
And you've maintained second and who cares?
Yeah. So actually like I crossed Eldon, like it was actually when I started climbing Eldon, it was already like daylight and
because
so I didn't struggle that much with the cold.
Yeah, because 78 hours, if it started at 5 a.m. like it did this year, you would have finished at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, it was 10,
that's nice.
10
That's a great time to finish.
Yeah, it was great. It was a good time to finish. And still I was wearing like long my pants, I was wearing thermal, like I didn't have the down jacket on when I got to the finish, but I was like, and my brother in Brazil, he was like, isn't this a race in the desert? Like, why are you?
He's watching the live stream. Like,
he was
what?
watching. He was like, I don't understand. Why were you wearing that? It was like, it was freaking cold, And it's so funny because it's like you get this Cocodona and you're probably worried about the heat, but it's like, are you worried about that too? Like, do you have enough clothes to go over that part in the end? Because it's pretty hard.
I started laying out my clothing a week ago. Just to try to wrap my brain around all the variables. The hot, the sun, the cold, rain, elevation, desert, and I was like, I got to bring everything I own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't know what I think I'll be.
What you might need.
I think I'll be at Whiskey Row at this time.
Yeah.
But I might
Who
not
knows?
be. So
Yeah.
I got to just bring all of it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's better to have extras and just not use them than what happened to me at Moab was that I was going to the desert and I was expecting the heat and I never imagined
this
that there
last
was
year,
like this hurricane going by
And the rain,
that
right?
it
Yeah.
hit us in the race.
Yeah.
And I was super cold and I wasn't ready for that. So I was wearing like, you know, Ben was lending me his jacket. I had a jacket that came up to my knee, and you know, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't, and my mind wasn't ready for that either. So I think that's like it's good to kind of like imagine the whole scenario and everything. It's like it's gonna be cold, you know, have that in your head, because your body is also so beat up, and you feel cold just because it's like you finish a race and you're shaking.
Well, and I've noticed too,
and it's not cold.
Once I get 12 hours or 18 hours into a race, after an aid station, when I eat,
Yeah.
and your body starts to digest the food,
Yeah.
it takes heat
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And then you get cold.
Cold. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so
right away.
Yeah, right away. You're stopping for 2 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, as quickly you can eat, and then start walking away eating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to start running or put a coat on.
Yeah.
Because it's that, that heat is starting to just metabolize, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So all those little variables
Oh yeah.
in these races, it's fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
So from here, you gotta get a shakeout run in. You haven't ran.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the plan?
I don't worry too much about like having to do like I came here. I got here Monday, so got here a week before the race. Didn't have like a plan in terms of how much I want to run or what days. It's not planned. It's always for me. It's like I make a priority list. And it's like, okay, I have to do this, that, and many times like the run goes down the list because I'm like I'd rather have my crew strategy ready before I do the run, because if like I can't run, it's fine, but I need to do this or I need to charge I need to.
You're resting and adjusting to the time change.
Yeah, I think it's good to be active, but I don't think I think it can all be a matter of how you feel and if you. Oh, I'd just rather rest. I'll probably go because yesterday I hiked because I had to do a lot of things, so I was like hiking a lot. I didn't get a run, so today I'll probably just jog, maybe even just to use this new and maybe see if I can have that.
Put a couple miles on them and.
I would jog. And tomorrow I think I'm just going to rest. Like I will try to sleep in because I think, you're not going to sleep for so many days. And it's like just.
I'm going to sleep a lot tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. It's just try to, and then go to the bib thing and get everything.
Yeah, I haven't even really looked up the pickup stuff yet. Is it just in Black Canyon at the start line?
Yeah. And
what's the time?
I think as of like 12:45 or so.
Starts?
It starts,
12:45.
Yeah, then you can go there. Maybe like you have lunch, you go there, you get your bib, take your picture, and then it's just I don't know if are you driving there the day of the, or you camping?
I'll have these guys just drop me off.
The day of the race.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I saw there was a shuttle and stuff, right? But
no, I was thinking like a lot of people are camping there, which is good because then you get like this extra hour sleep. But then my friend told me like. But, there's so much going on in a race start, like generators go on.
Oh, it's loud.
Cars start coming in. And you're not going to be able to sleep like this extra
Porta potty
hour.
doors slamming.
Exactly. And he's like, I'd rather just sleep in a quiet place, even if you have...
Well, we're only like 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, okay.
To the start line. Where are you guys? How far are you?
I'm 20 minutes from here, but I don't know like
what direct. If
Yeah.
it's 40,
I don't know.
Yeah, you're like I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways, if it's 40 minutes, it's fine. It's not. I'd rather just go race day and.
When you race in the States and you got to go from kilometers to miles, you change your watch to miles.
Oh no, I don't. It's so hard for me to think of miles, and the good part about it is that it's less. So psychologically,
Oh yeah,
it's
you're
like
barely
not
going
400. It's
yeah
220, 50.
yeah 400 kilometers is crazy. I would never do that.
And I start doing the math sometimes, like, oh, you got this 12 miles, and I'm okay, just double and then take a little bit out of it, and I trying to figure out, and it's long. It's like 1 mile. It's like, it's a lot more than 1 kilometer.
So you'll be running on kilometers.
Yeah.
So, but when you get to an aid station, you're like, how far to the next one?
Yeah.
And they're like 17 miles. You're like, I gotta run the math.
Yeah. So what I did last time was I bought like these white cards in which I just translated, and I put inside the drop bag like the amount of elevation and kilometers that I had from one to the other.
This is the first race I've ever done this, where I made a card for my crew.
Yeah.
So they have the aid stations where they can meet me, roughly what time.
Yeah.
It's got a game plan on the back.
Yeah.
But I have this, like a 3x5 card that I'll put in my pack.
That's good.
I've never done that, but I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be there for freaking 3.
Do you have the profile as well? Like, do you have that section?
No, but this has the mileage and the expected vert and descent of that section.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, okay, this section has 8 miles and 800 feet.
Yeah.
Then I kind of know what I'm walking into.
If you could tell them to just, because I thought it was really helpful. Like when I have crews, like I asked, so next part, and they go like, okay, is X amount of kilometers or miles, and it's an up and a down, like it's a climb and a descent, so that you have kind of like, or you're gonna do a climb, you're gonna go down, then up again and down. Like, oh, okay. Oh, it's all flat, or it's all downhill. This is a huge uphill. It at least like you leave and you know what to expect for that part,
and you know how to push. Because if you're like the whole section is a climb, then just lock in to the climb. But if you know it's a short climb and then a long descent,
it's useful.
You might push that climb a little harder, knowing that you get to descend.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Even though it's like, when someone says it's a short climb, I don't know, maybe for you, if you're struggling, it becomes long. And it's
you're 180 miles in. You're like, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna go.
And sometimes they say like, okay, it's good. Now it's only a downhill. It's like, I don't want to go downhill. I'd rather just go uphill,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're so beat up.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We have a box of Re-Lyte goodies for you.
Thank you.
I have a Next Aid Station shirt.
Amazing.
But you'll get to try the Re-Lyte. It's got these little packets we talked about. Mm-hmm. You'll get one of these scoop things. Take one of those with you. Try these out. Awesome stuff. I also have a book for you.
Thank you. Wow.
I don't know if you remember, at the end of Conquering Tahoe 200, the documentary from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
At the end of that, that's when we kind of like announced the book. I wrote this book back in 2021, and then published it like a year later. Wow. It's called Trial Running, and it's essentially a play on words from trail running, but it's trial running, which is the Jake Kilgore story. It's my story, essentially, of really what it means to be free, and what running means is like freedom to me, and just my race, my life in a nutshell, being prosecuted by the federal government and going to prison for a couple of years.
Oh my God.
So the book is in every other chapter format, where it follows my life for 10 years and my family. But then the even chapters take you through the I'm Tough 100.
Oh, cool.
So it's this next aid station mentality of, in an ultra, we're just thinking about the next aid station, exactly like you just described. It's a little up, it's a little down, it's this many. And you're not thinking about how far I got to go to 250. You're like, I just got to go 9 miles. Yeah. Well, that mentality, my family and I adopted into our trial of being pursued and prosecuted and all of this in my personal life. And it wasn't like, I have to go away to prison for 2 or 3 years. That is so long.
Yeah.
We're never going to make it. Yeah. This is impossible.
Yeah.
But we created aid stations like Christmas or my birthday.
Wow. That's so cool. Wow.
So it was like, we just got to get to Christmas.
Yeah.
That's only 4 weeks away. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
we just got to get to Christmas and I get to see you guys. You can come visit me.
Yeah.
So the book takes you through that. Well, that next aid station mentality, that's the birth of the podcast. That's where
amazing.
That's why we use the name, the next aid station,
Yeah.
is more than just a trail running mantra. It's been actually my mantra, my family's mantra for 10, 12 years now.
Wow. Amazing.
So I'll give you a copy of Trail Running,
Thank you. Wow.
signed by yours truly.
Of
But,
course.
you know, that
Yeah.
doesn't mean much at all.
Of course it does.
So that's a picture of me running in the I'm Tough 100. That's the big mountain range. That's like the first aid station
Yeah.
lake. It's really cool, but it's got the whole journey there.
Wow.
It's also on Audible.
Okay.
So if you're like, I just want to listen to it
Yeah.
on a run or
Yeah.
driving or flying back to Spain or
Yeah.
Catalonia,
Yeah.
you can also just bust out the book
Thank
and
you.
read.
Thank you so much.
So
Wow.
I'll give you the book.
Yeah.
We'll give you
Oh,
some Re-Lyte.
That's amazing. I didn't know your story, like, and what you're saying now, like, yeah, it makes total sense. It's right. You need to, and I think, yeah, in life we need to have these little goals that will,
Yep.
keep you going,
Yep.
and I think it's a very intelligent way to face it, like you did, and I'm glad that, yeah, it's not just trail running, it's trail running too.
Trail running. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Manu, it's very, very nice to meet you. Thank you for taking
you.
the time
Nice
to
to
hang
meet
with
you.
me and with the next aid station today. Best of luck, and I hope to
Thank you.
share a bunch of miles with you Monday,
hope-
Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever.
Hopefully, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in. This has been another episode of The Next Aid Station.